G'day everyone, I'm Pat from Footy Collectibles. Hope you've been well. Let's get into today's video. And it is another Tips and Rips. This is round 15 of the 2025 AFL season. So, like always, let's get into the tips. Last week ended up with 6 tips right from the 7 games. The only one getting wrong, probably a lot of people got wrong, was the Brisbane game. But that is in the past. Let's get into round 15 tips. Here we go. Starting on Thursday night at Optus Stadium, Perth, we've got Fremantle and Essendon. I've gone with Fremantle here. It's a home brand advantage. Essendon are just beat up all over the park. They struggling to field a proper side. So I think over there in the west, a bit cold night, I think Freo should get the job done. Move on to Friday night at GMHBA Stadium. We've got Geelong and Brisbane. I've gone Geelong here. Brisbane seem to be struggling a little bit lately. They're still third on the ladder though. A lot of wins early on the year have helped that, but I think they're starting to struggle now. I don't know, and Geelong, they're just finding their stride and just decimating teams. Hence last week. So I've gone Geelong this week to continue that run. Let's get into Saturday. We've got the MCG. At the MCG, we've got Carlton and North Melbourne. Blues finding a little bit of form. Luckily playing all the bottom sides. This is the second time they'll be playing North Melbourne after playing West Coast the second time. So they should win this one, I think, you would think, against North. Though their spearheads could be a little could be a little trouble up front, but I think they still have the firepower to get it done. All right, next we have Port Adelaide and Sydney, at Adelaide Oval. I don't think it's going to be a copy of last year where Port Adelaide scored like 15 goals in the first half, but I do still think they will beat Sydney at home. A little bit of form last week, and I think they'll continue. And then lastly, on Saturday night at Marvel Stadium, we've got Collingwood and St Kilda. Until Collingwood show something that they shouldn't be the favourites, you should just keep tipping them, and I have here. All right, moving into Sunday at NG Stadium, we've got the Giants and the Suns. Now I've gone a bit of an upset, I guess you say. I've gone with the Suns here. They are going into the game. They're the underdogs, but they are higher on the ladder than the Giants. But I think coming off a week's break will probably do them good. And I reckon that they should be able to beat the Giants. It's not going to be an easy task. Their forward line is absolutely firing, but I think Suns' back line is just as good. So it's going to be a cracking game, I reckon. So I've gone with the Suns in upset for this one. And then lastly, on Sunday afternoon, Marvel Stadium, we've got Western Bulldogs and Richmond. I've got the Dogs here. They should win this one. Got some real good form at the moment, and I think they should account for Richmond. So there we go. There are my round 15 tips. Obviously, we have 4 teams with the bye. We've got Crows, Hawthorn, Melbourne, and the Eagles. So I think next week, I believe, should be back to normal, maybe round. We'll have to see when we get to next week. But there we go. That is the round 15 tips. All right, let's get into some pack rips because it's always fun opening some packs. Well, that's what I tell myself anyway. Here we go. Let's start with a couple of team coach. Starting with the Bonts in the silver. We've got a Mitch Georgiades in the silver as well. We've got a majestic Dane Zorko Cardcraft. Not bad. Underneath that, we have a Nick Vlosten in the Scanlons backcut. I always forget every single week. I go to say base, but I'll probably say it every single week. All right, we've got Oscar Allen in the second pack, Josh Weddle. I've got a Paddy Dangerfield sculpture wildcard. There we go. Oh, as I drop it, There we go, slid straight out of my hand. We've got the Paddy Dangerfield in the silver sculpture wildcard. I think this might have a code. It does not, so I can show the back of it. Very nice. All right, we've got a hit. Take that. And underneath that, just a die cut. So we've got a hit at least. We'll take that. A one per box, I believe, hit. So take that indeed. All right, let's get into a couple of footy stars. See if we can get anything from this. Haven't had anything pretty decent from footy stars in a while. That's the first time we've gotten anything from Team Coach in a long while as well. All right, we've got a Jordan De Goey in the Thunderbolts. Move that to the side. Is it a... It is not, unfortunate. All right, we've got another one here. Let's see if we can pull something from this one. Move that to the side. We have... Come on, give me something good. Something shiny there. It's the breakout. Unfortunate. Underneath that, we have a James Warple. All right, we do have one more pack. Let's see if we can get lucky and get anything from the thick hobby pack. Come on. We're going to hopefully get a number card at least. That's might be the best thing from this Footy Stars opening. Let's have a look. I see something shiny. It's a Bradley Hill and a Brett Daniels. So probably the worst hobby pack you can get. Anything from the back? No, unfortunately not. So unfortunately, Team Coach, unfortunately, Footy Stars didn't deliver, but Team Coach has delivered a little bit with the sculpture wildcard, and that's a very nice rainbow silver effect. So there we go. That was tips and rips for round 15. Let me know how you're going. Tips are okay at the moment. Don't say that very often. Almost the perfect round. But yeah. Well, I'm going to leave you there. Enjoy this week's round of footy if you're watching or attending any games. But besides that, I will see you next week. Thanks. Cheers.